All right. Hey, everyone. I'm just giving everyone a second to get on and join us. Super excited about today's training. I cannot wait to walk you through all of the things that I have been doing to grow my list for free, and then to take the list that I build and activate them as buyers. Really excited to share these strategies with you. So we're just going to give everyone a couple of minutes to hop on here. But while you're here, while we're waiting for everyone to join us, let me know in the chat box. Let me know who's here joining me. Who are you? Where are you joining in from? I'd love to hear from each of you. All right. Really excited. Okay. So basically what I want to share with you today are the ways in which I've been building up my email list organically, meaning that I'm not paying for this traffic probably 95% of the time, okay? I'm growing my list. Now, some of the strategies, most of the strategies that I'm going to share with you today, they are manual strategies, meaning that, I'm out doing them or my team is doing them. Most of these strategies are not automated. Now, what happens after people get on the list is definitely automated, and I'll share that with you today. But getting the people onto my list, I would say probably 90% of it is manual. It's things that my team and I are doing to build my list. There's a lot of ways you can build your list. There's a lot of strategies. If you've been following me for any amount of time, then you already know I like fast and easy. Call me lazy. I don't know. Maybe I am. I like to just believe that I don't like to work really, really, really hard, and I cannot stand things that take forever. I like to work really easy. I like my strategies to do multiple things for me, not just one. And I like to get the maximum results from every single little thing that I do in my business, okay? And I also microphone set up here. I want you to be able as well to I want you to be able to build your list, and I want you to be able to activate them as buyers in the fastest, easiest way possible with the minimal amount of effort as possible. Okay, so let's go ahead. For those of you joining us, I'm going to share with you how I organically grow my email list, and then I activate those people as buyers. And you're going to want to stay all the way through, because I'm going to share with you several strategies, okay? And also the replay is only available for 24 hours, okay? After that, it goes away. All right, so first things first, here's what I want to promise you today. I'm only going to share with you 8 ways, and I actually don't even think it's 8. I think it's like 7, but I might throw another 8 in there, that I grow my list for free and then activate those leads as buyers, okay? I just want to check on Facebook really quickly before I dive in, because I want to make sure that everyone's able to get in here okay. Looks like it's all good. Bear with me for a second. Grab a drink or something to write with, pen and paper. All right, cool. Doesn't look like we have any issues. Looks like everyone is getting in okay. All right, super excited. All right, so let's dive into the content, because I have a lot to share with you and I want to get to all of it. So here's a little disclaimer that I want to put out there. I just want to share with you guys that these strategies are strategies that anyone can do. So you can do them, I can do them. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what your business model is. Anyone can do these, and you can do them right now today. These are strategies, again, fast and easy, okay? I don't like anything that's going to take forever to do or super complicated. But you should know that the reason that these work so damn good for me and my clients is because I do the following things consistently. So number one is I always survey, poll, and connect with my audience each and every single day without fail. Most people never survey, or they only do it when they're getting ready to launch something and they need information from their people. Other than that, they fail to poll their audience, survey their audience, connect with your people, get the data you need to make fucking killer sales. Half of the time, people skip this. This is one of the main reasons that I was able to map out my entire 2018 offers, my daily action steps, my titles and content for every single weekly Facebook Live and monthly webinar that I'm going to do in 2018. Literally, all my blog titles are done. I mapped out everything. I was able to do that because all I did this year was obsessively poll, survey, and connect with my audience, asking them questions, having conversations with them, searching what people are talking about, paying attention to that, and then putting this into my master marketing spreadsheet. And this allowed me to do that. So the great thing with the surveying and the polling is it's fail-proof. You absolutely cannot go get information from your people and then fail in anything that you do. It's not possible. The only way it's possible is if you're surveying the wrong people. But if you go survey and poll and connect with your people, the information they give you is fail-proof, meaning you can turn around and take those keywords and that content, that data, and you can use that for your titles of your subject lines. You can use it for, all of your blog posts, your free stuff, your paid stuff, your programs, your offers, your trainings, everything, your social media posts. And it's fail-proof because it's exactly from the horse's mouth. So I like to work smarter, not harder. And this really helps me do that. Okay, the other thing is I connect with millionaires and those who are wildly successful to support me in my business. I do this both paid and free. Most of it is free, but sometimes you have to pay. But I think probably 6 years ago, I was switching gears from VA to a sales and marketing coach. And so I wasn't new in the industry, but I was new in the business that I was starting. And right away, right out of the gate, I started connecting with millionaires. I started connecting with people who were so far beyond where I was, but they were definitely proven. They were successful, and I knew that they were doing the things I wanted to be doing. And so a lot of entrepreneurs feel like, oh, I have to be at a certain place before I do that. Or, why would a millionaire want to connect with me when I'm just getting started? I didn't even think about that stuff back then. Now, had I been doing that right now, yeah, I'd probably have some insecurities. But back then, I had no idea what I was doing. And I went straight out and I connected with people that were far beyond where I ever even imagined I could get. And I built relationships with those people. And by building relationships with those people, it has allowed me to take my business to places that I never imagined and that I probably would not have gotten to as fast, as quickly, and as easily as I did. I know people who have been in business for years and they are still struggling. They are not connected with thought leaders in the industry, or they're scared to do that because they feel like I'm not where they are, so why would they connect with me? And I can tell you right now, by me doing that, I have had opportunities with David Nagel, Suzanne Evans, some of the most amazing thought leaders in our industry have come to me. They have come to me and they've asked me to support them, work with them, participate with them, to join their ventures. And, Brenda Norman, David Nagel, Suzanne Evans, Amanda Goldman-Petrie, I can go on and on. Had I not just dove right in and connected with them and built relationships without even thinking about it, that never would have happened. And that really gave me a huge upper hand. That fast forwarded so much for me in my earlier stages of business. And now I do it naturally. It just comes very natural. The other thing is I'm laser effing clear. So clear on who I serve, how I serve, what I serve, and my goals each and every solitary month. And this is without fail. I do not ever wing shit or hope or guess. I can't feed my family on hope. I cannot pay my electricity bill on hope. I cannot put a roof over my head on hope. I cannot serve people on hope. I need to know for a fact that I am making money in my business. And the way that I do that is I stay very, very focused. I don't allow anything or anyone to distract me from what it is I am trying to accomplish. I don't give a shit what it is or who it is or how it's happening. Nothing stops me. We lost power a few weeks ago. We had a huge outage and we lost power and internet. We lost it for 3 days, but other people lost it for like 14 days. It was crazy. And guess what? That entire 3 days that we did not have power, I set my ass at my local Dunkin' Donuts and I worked all day. There was no way that that was going to stop me. I have had my mom in the hospital having mini strokes. I tend to her and I deal with that, but I continue to keep my head in the game and I come to work and I leave that stuff to the side. It does not come to my workplace at all. Same thing with my kids. My kids have been on the couch puking and I've been in here doing a webinar. It is what it is. I managed to handle both of it, but I always stay focused. I don't let things come in and stop me, and I don't do the whole excuse type of bullshit. I think that that is a cop-out, and I think that it's playing small, and I think it's unnecessary. And I see a lot of entrepreneurs who are coming up with excuse after excuse, and it's sickening because unfortunately, you're taking yourself out of the game before you even get in it. You are minimizing your chances of being successful in this game, and that's what this is. Business is all about numbers. It's just a game, and whether you get in it or out of it is totally up to you. But if you don't get focused and if you don't stop making excuses about why you can't do something or why something is so challenging, if you don't stop making excuses and you don't get laser focused on saying, here's what I want and here's the things I need to do, now I'm going to do them without fail. If you don't do that, your chances of being successful are slim to none. You will be that entrepreneur who always struggles, always plays small, nobody ever sees you or hears you, you're constantly chasing down clients, and you're just going to struggle to be successful. You're going to be that person that always has the business as the side hustle, and you're constantly in your 9 to 5. And I'm sorry, but I don't do hustle, I don't do drama, I don't do excuses, and I have no interest in 9 to 5 shit. There's so much more opportunity right here. You just need to get focused, okay? You need to get focused. And why I think this topic about growing your list and then activating them as buyers is so important is because, number one, social media can be gone tomorrow. Okay, your email list is your money. That's your money. You don't have control over social media. And I will tell you, the meetings I've had in the past month with my social media expert, Facebook's algorithms are changing so much. It's going to get a lot harder for newer entrepreneurs who are just getting started to get visibility and to get their shit out there. It's going to get even harder. You got to step up your game even more. Even those who are doing really well have to step up their game. Even I've had to do some things that I'm like, what? We haven't done that stuff in years. Why do we have to do that? And it's because the algorithms in Facebook are changing and they're making it more challenging. They want you to pay for stuff, and that's okay. They're running a business, but here's the thing. If you're brand new and you don't have money to be making those types of investments, then you better get your freaking head in the game and you better start finding more creative ways to make shit happen in your business. And so growing your list is important because you don't own Facebook. You don't own social media. You have zero control over that. You have your email list. And people, the other part that I think this is so important is I see so many people working so hard to build their list, and then they don't know what to do with the people once they get them on there. And unfortunately, I literally have clients who come join my programs that have like 3,000, 5,000. I've even had a few clients that have 10,000 people on their list that are unengaged. And I'm like, how do you get that many people on your list and then nothing? How are you hearing crickets with that many people? And it's because they get them on there and they just throw some random stuff and then they fall off track. They lose focus. They don't know what to do with them. And instead of figuring it out and making shit happen, they just say, screw it. I'm just going to focus on continuing to build my list. And the thing is if you're going to put the time, money, and effort to build your list, then you need to profit from it, period. Okay? All right. Everything I'm going to show you today is going to lead to an opt-in, meaning all of the strategies I share with you lead to somebody joining your email list to get access to these things, to participate in these things. Everything I'm going to show you, all these strategies, people need to get on my list for them. They got to give me their name and email in exchange for this. And once they're there, once they get on my email, I have this program or this system I put together, and it's called my email activation sequence. It's my emails that activate buyers. And basically, I have, over the past few years, my team and we have literally crafted this email sequence. It's a series of emails that go out to people that come onto my list and nurture, give massive value, activate them as buyers in all sorts of different ways. And this has done, I mean, I can't even tell you what this has done for my business and for the health of my email list. It's not even just about the money I make doing this behind the scenes. It's also about the health of my email list. I mean, my email open rates and my click-through rates are through the roof right now, and they've been maintaining that. So, you guys know I love momentum, consistency. I love easy. I don't like a lot of effort. I don't like to have to work harder than I need to. And this sequence allows that. So everything I'm going to show you, the way that I'm going to show you how I bring them onto my list. But then just know that the way that I activate them as buyers is the strategies I show you, but also put in every single solitary lead through my emails that activate buyers. Okay? Number one, the first thing I do, grab a pen, grab paper. I want you to write this down. I'm going to take a drink real quick. Okay, I want you to write these things down, because this replay is only available for 24 hours. You don't get it after that, okay? So you can't really come back after 24 hours and recheck this. So number one, signature freebie. So a signature freebie, I know a lot of you spend a lot of time creating opt-ins, right? Like a PDF download, an ebook, maybe it's a webinar, maybe it's a video training series or an audio training. It could be all sorts of things. You put all this time and effort in creating this, and then you get like what? Trickles. You get little tiny trickles of people who get on your list over time, right? It takes forever. However, you know that you need to be doing this because you need to be building your list. People need value from you, so you've got to create something free, right? Well, a signature freebie is a little bit different than just any freebie. A signature freebie is a free offer that's going to activate people to want to buy from you later. And when I say later, it could be 24 hours, it could be that day, it could be 10 years, I don't know, just at any point. The signature freebie is this one thing that you want to be known for in your industry to your clients. It's the one thing that's like your best shit for free. It's like your best stuff. It's not everything, but it's enough to be valuable, and it's enough to get them wanting more. It's this juicy, this freaking ridiculously juicy freebie that people cannot not opt in for. They absolutely want this, okay? And once they have it, they are so like mind blown that they want more, okay? A lot of people create like ebooks and stuff, and you know what? Again, people don't have time to sit down and read a whole damn ebook. And, honestly, how quick can they get a result from an ebook? It takes time. It's too much to consume. A signature freebie is short, sweet, super phenomenally juicy, and it leads into your paid offers effortlessly, like that, very quickly and very easily, okay? So when people opt in for so I have 3 signature offers because I have 3 different things. So I do sales. You don't probably do sales. Maybe you do. I don't know what you do, but whatever, depending on what you do. I do sales, meaning I help online entrepreneurs create money in their business faster and easier through specific proven marketing strategies, okay? So I'm basically a growth strategist and a sales rebel. I break all the traditional rules of what people tell you you need to do, or here's what works and here's what doesn't. I don't give a shit what anybody else says. I'm a rule breaker. I break all the rules. I break my clients out of that restricted little box of you have to do all the shit you don't like and love, and I bring out fun. I like to have fun. I like things to be fast and easy and just, again, a whole lot of fun. And so my signature freebies, I started with one. And the first one that I created was, it was a training, a video training on how I generated $15,000 in 2 weeks using only my Facebook group at the time, which was stale, unengaged, and maybe 300 people. And I did it with no sales page, no technology, and no hustle. So that was my first training because I wanted to introduce people to fast, easy sales with minimal to no technology, no hustle. I wanted them to stop hustling, do it faster, easier, with very minimal effort and maximized results. So that training was perfect. It strictly, literally demonstrated the steps I took to do that. So they could go off and do the exact same thing. It was that simple, okay? So people started to know me for, go to Ann if you want to create faster, easier sales in your business, if you want to master sales, if you want to do it with little effort, if you want it to happen fast and easy, and you want to learn the marketing strategies that are going to result in that, go to Ann, because Ann's going to show you that. She's going to break it down. She's going to be super raw with you. She's not going to do any fluff, no bullshit, no drama, no excuses. She's going to tell you like it is, and she's going to give you the steps. You're going to go deploy them. Boom, you're going to get a result. Okay, and that's how I operate. So I introduced people to that training because I wanted to be known for that right away. So today, because I've grown so much, and I have people that come in at different levels, I have 3 signature freebies. How to do sales, how to book sales, and then how to scale your sales. So how to do sales, meaning you might be in business and you might be doing your sales, but you're not doing very well. You're not closing as many as you'd like. You don't really know how to navigate through the sales call 100%, so you're struggling. That would be that training. You would go into how to do the sales. How to book the sales is for the newer entrepreneur who's probably not really making any money, not working with clients, or maybe they are, but it's not consistent and they really don't know how to get calls on their calendar. Then you would do my training on how to book calls. Then I have my third one, how to scale your sales. And that is for that entrepreneur who they're ready to automate and delegate their sales. They're making money. They're doing really freaking well, but they don't have time anymore to be doing sales calls. So they need to either delegate them out, automate them, or something, but they're ready to take that to the next level. So those are my 3 signature freebies. When somebody opts into those, 98% of the time, they're buying my program. They're going to buy my program because right after they get that freebie, I'm going to put them through that sequence, the activation sequence, and then the offer is the next step from the freebie. It's fucking a no-brainer. It makes total sense. It's just obvious, right? Now, for some of you, that might feel like a little overwhelming to think about what all that would be, especially if you don't know. You'll have to figure that out. But you only need one freebie to start. Okay, I grew those 3 over time. You only need one. So start where you're at. Okay, create that signature freebie where this is what I want to be known for, and it effortlessly leads to your paid offer, because this is where a lot of people struggle. You're giving people all these free downloads. They're not consuming them. They're not getting results from them. And then you're slamming this offer in front of them. And they're like, wait a minute, that has nothing to do with that thing that I opted into to get on your list in the first place. I'm opting out. I'm going to unsubscribe. Or they're just going to delete and just sit on your list. Well, guess what? You got to pay for your list, right? So if you're paying for that, you better be getting a return on investment for that. Okay? So that's a signature freebie. So here's what it might look like. You might have leads coming from Facebook, your website, maybe other people's Facebook groups, social media, like different other platforms. Maybe it's posts that you put out. Either way, you have these things, these marketing strategies that you're doing. Hopefully they're getting you a result, but you're here, so I don't know. But you have these things you're doing. Now, those things lead to that signature freebie. Every single thing you do, you should be getting them on to your list to get that signature freebie. Okay. The only other thing that you should do is invite them to a sales call if you need sales. Okay. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about your list. So everything that you're doing, you should be saying, hey, grab this free, whatever it is, get on my list. Okay. Well, you don't say that, but that's the intention. You want your traffic to do this action right here. Get them on your email list. You can get them to other things after, but damn it, drive that traffic to your email list because it is your money. It's the only thing that you have control over. Once they get on your email list, you put them through a nurture sequence. A sequence is going to activate them to buy from you. Okay? It's not good enough to say, awesome, I got 10 people on my email list today. In a couple days, I'm going to shoot them out this random email. And then maybe a few days, I'm just going to shoot them out some random emails. Or they're going to get these newsletters or these solo mailers of things they didn't even opt in for or something that they don't even want. It might not even be relevant to them. So in actuality, you're getting people on your list for one thing and then you're sending them another. Bad, bad, bad. That is going to decrease your open rates, your visibility, your deliverability, because when people don't open your emails, your email system says, this is off. You know, they're sending emails, but people aren't opening them. They're not clicking. And then your deliverability goes down. Your email marketing system doesn't deliver the way it should. Super important. You don't need to understand the technology behind this. You just need to understand how it operates and how it affects your bottom line. Okay, so you have to put them through a sequence that's going to nurture them, build know, like, and trust instantly, right away, gives them even more value, okay, more free value, and then it activates them, little asks along the way, and then it activates them as a buyer, okay? Here's why you need a signature freebie if you don't already get it. It tells people who you are and what you do. You get known for this one thing. You don't want people to be confused about, okay, who is Jane? What does Jane do? And I'm just using that name because I always do. Who is Jane and what does Jane do? Because a confused mind never buys. If somebody's confused, they're just going to go elsewhere because they're already overwhelmed. They're already too busy. And chances are they don't have time to try to figure you out. You have like seconds with each connection to get their attention and to really speak to them. It's super important you get this stuff down. The next thing is it gives value while building your list. So I am, like I said at the beginning, I am all game. If I could do one thing in my business and it's going to generate multiple results for me, hands down, I'm in. I'm sold. You've got me. Because I want maximum results with minimal effort. I don't want to work really, really hard to get one little thing. It doesn't need to be like that. So for me, I want to, if I can do a signature freebie and it's going to position me as an expert, it's going to get me known in the industry for one thing, it's going to activate buyers, it's going to get people on my email list, it's going to build my Facebook community because once they get on my email list, I invite them to my Facebook group and vice versa. If one thing is going to do all of that for me, why the hell would I not do that? It doesn't even make sense to not do that, right? Also, it leads effortlessly into your paid offers. This is a huge gap that I see when my clients come in and we kind of go through what they got going on. One of the biggest things is you're giving people stuff, but then you're asking them to buy things that are not congruent with the free things you've given them. It doesn't even make sense for them. It's not even logically their next step. Okay, and that confuses them, and that's why they don't buy. That's why your list, you're like, I don't get it. They opted in for this. How come they're not buying the next step? Because they're not seeing it as the next step. So you failed in that department. You have a gap somewhere there. But when you create a signature freebie, so you think about, I want to be known for sales. So then you have to work backwards from that. You have to reverse engineer that thought, and you have to think about, what are the things I need to create that are going to effortlessly lead into that one thing all the time? No matter what I put out there, you guys could go back through every training I've ever done, every Facebook video. No matter what I've done in my business, every single bit of that comes back to sales. It will effortlessly lead into any of the programs that I have available because I always have that front and center. okay? If something that I'm going to create does not lead into an offer, or if I can't repurpose it later, or if I can't create something for free and then charge for it later, I won't do it, because that's a waste of my time. Why would I do something that I can never do anything with again? Why would I do a webinar and then I can never do anything with that webinar again? That doesn't make much sense. That's a waste of time. Why would I do a Facebook Live that I can't use for anything else and it doesn't lead to anything? Now that seems like a waste of time as well. So I'm very strategic in the sense of making sure that things that I do for free can later be paid for, or they always lead to my paid stuff. But I make money from every strategy I do in my business, or I don't do it. And that's the bottom line. Also, your signature freebie ensures that 90% of the people who get on your list and join your community, they want your offer, because the signature freebie should be your best shit. It should be enough to give them value, but not enough for them to get what they need. They need the next step. So if you create your signature freebie all around that, when you put your paid offer in front of them, it's a no-brainer. It's like, duh, this is the piece that was missing. That's that next step that I need. This is the thing that wasn't in that freebie. This is it. And they buy it. You have to be a little more strategic with the way that you're showing up in your business and the things that you're offering, because you always want to have some sort of profit or return on investment. And when I say return on investment, it doesn't always mean money, but for me, it usually does. And when I'm working with my clients, typically I want them to make money. So it usually does. But results and return on investment are also, having an engaging freaking email list. When you send out an email that your people actually read it, that's a return on investment. I'm not going to put time into building my email list and then it's crickets. That's ridiculous. Same thing with my Facebook group. If I have people that are bringing down my deliverability because they're not engaging, I delete them, because I don't care if there's 5 people in my Facebook group or 5 million. But it better be engaging, because social media is meant to be social. And if the people are just taking up space in my community that I pay for, that I work really hard to build, and they're just taking up space and they're not contributing, they're not showing up, they're gone. And I don't give a shit. I delete them and I block them. You're not coming back in my group. I do the same thing with my email list. And I've talked about this in one of my trainings before. Every month I go through and I delete people on my email list and I delete people in my Facebook group that are not engaging, because those people bring my deliverability down. Facebook says, hey, people in your Facebook group are not engaging. And then Facebook says, you know what? You got this group for free. And if you're not going to have a good engaging group, I'm not putting the effort in to getting your stuff out there in front of them. I'm not going to put your Facebook group as a recommended group when they join other groups that are similar. I'm not going to tell people to come watch your live video because nobody's doing anything. It's not worth Facebook's time to do it when you're getting that group for free. Well, guess what? Your email list is the same way. They say the same thing. You're going to send out emails. Guess what? These people are not opening and clicking. They're not taking action. We're not really going to put a lot of effort into making sure they get it. It brings your deliverability down, which means you have to work 10 times harder. Now you have to work 10 times harder to get the people to see your shit. Okay? So you have to be really, diligent. You have to do your work and make sure that you're really attracting the right people. And if you have the wrong people in your community, get rid of them. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but get them out of your space, because you have to pay for your email list, and Facebook is going to make you pay to get your stuff out there if you don't increase your engagement, okay, your visibility. So you have to start really stepping up and making this a priority, and this is a great way to do it. All right, if you have questions, I have the chat box open, okay? I have the Q&A box open, so I'll take any questions if you guys have them, okay? So number 2 is live webinars. So I'm a huge fan of live webinars. Most of you know that if you've been following me for any amount of time. Things that I'm doing right here. This is live with you. I'm doing Q&A if you have questions. This is me in real time. I'm doing this with you live. There's lots of ways to do live webinars. I also do live streams where I will do a live webinar like this. but I'll stream it inside my Facebook group. So you'll see exactly what you see here now, my slides, but I'll be inside Facebook, my group. You can also do it using Instant Teleseminar. You can use Stealth Seminar. You can use Zoom. You can use, you know, all kinds of different platforms to do your webinars. I like to keep it simple. Stupid simple. Like, I don't like a lot of technology. I don't like things to be complicated, and I want it fast and easy. Like, I put this webinar together in 15 minutes this morning. It's fucking good already, and I'm only at number 2. It did not take me a long time because I just, that's not how I function. So it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to go super crazy. A lot of entrepreneurs that come to me are like, you know, when we start working together and I'm like, I want you to do a live webinar, get 20 to 30 people on that webinar live with you, and you will make massive sales. You will fill your program. And the first thing they say to me is, oh my God, Ann, is there another way? I don't want to do a live webinar. And I'm like, why don't you want to do a live webinar? And they're like, oh my God, the slides, the technology, like, and they overcomplicate it, okay? And then I turn around and I say, here, take my slide deck and go make it your own with your own brand or your own colors or whatever. Slap your content on there. Open up Zoom. Invite people to it, okay? For like a week or 2, you don't do anything but promote your webinar. Get as many live butts on that webinar as you can, and then do your webinar. Stop overthinking it. Don't make this more complicated than it is. Live webinars are one of my strategies for showing up and giving a lot of value, but doing it in a way that's fun to consume. So I'm talking, but I have slides. I try to make my slides look fun and presentable and colorful, easy to follow, so I don't put a lot of text on the pages. I just make it fun because that converts higher at the end. It just always does. It always is just produces a good result for me and my clients. And I like to keep it simple, but I'm also fun. So I like to bring my personality into my everything I do. If you look at my live webinars where you can see me, and then behind me you see my branded board behind me, it's colorful. It's so colorful. It's bright and colorful because I love that stuff. I love to make it fun. I don't think there's anything worse than sitting at someone's webinar and seeing a white page or a gray page with like 2 little words on it, or a whole page full of text and you're like trying to read it all before they get to the next slide. That is exhausting. I usually never ever stay on those types of webinars. So I try to make mine fun, and fun is fun. And that is great because it increases the good energy. It keeps people engaged. Now, let's talk about why you should do a live webinar so that you can understand, you know, specifically why I love these so much. Number 1, they're the highest converting activities besides a sales call. Sales calls will always be, I don't think that's ever going to change. Those will always be the number 1 fastest and easiest way to get massive sales in your business, because you can sell a high ticket and you can answer all of their concerns and objections and questions. There isn't a strategy faster. But next to a sales call, it's a webinar. Now, a live webinar, not a pre-recorded webinar that you recorded, you know, last year or a few weeks ago. The way that I do this with my clients and in my own business is we do the live webinar. We do it live as many times as it takes to perfect it. Now, not really perfect, but we want it converting really, really good. You do not want to go into all of the tech and all of the work it takes to automate a webinar if it isn't actually even converting yet. That is just very stupid. That does not make sense at all. Why would you ever do that? You want to make sure that your webinar is producing a result for you, the results that you want, before you put all that effort in. Because here's the deal. Once you actually automate it, it's going to make you money behind the scenes on automation, and you don't have to do anything more with it. It's like one and done. But you have to do it live as many times as it takes to get it to that point. I typically do my webinars, well, now I do them once, maybe twice live, and they're fine. They convert just well. But in the beginning, I did webinars 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, no, the title needs to change. You know, oh, I put too much content throughout it. I stayed on the slides too long, or I overcomplicated it, and so they didn't convert very well. That's why a lot of people don't like doing webinars, or they're fearful or resistant to doing them because they worry about all that stuff. besides sales calls, webinars and automated funnels are like the fastest. I mean, that's where I make all my money. The other thing too with a webinar, a live webinar, is that they're super engaging, and that creates know, like, and trust pretty quickly, right? When you can sit in real time and have a conversation, you're teaching and you're training and you're giving only good stuff, and people can ask their questions and you can answer and you guys can engage, it builds know, like, and trust right away. You know, a social media post doesn't do that. Typically, you have to post quite a bit. People have to engage and you have to start a conversation. There's a process, and that's fine, but there's some steps. It's a process to do that. Doing a webinar, it creates that a little faster because webinars are engaging if you're doing some Q&A and you're you know, asking people questions and they're answering them and you're engaging, right? Again, a lot of people lack engagement as well, and that's just a problem in the industry. Everybody's so focused on just blasting out promotion, they actually don't spend any time communicating, and social media is meant to be social, so step it up. The other thing is webinars are repurposable, reusable, and profitable. So you can repurpose these. If I do a webinar that I don't want to charge for later, I will put my webinar in my blog post. So my blog post will become a quick little blurb, and then there's a webinar, right, where they can sit and watch that. So I'm repurposing it, right? Or I'll put it on a page all by itself, and I will drive more traffic to it. People will opt into that, and then there's a call to action, right? So it's getting me sales, it's building my list, people are still seeing the value. You can reuse them, and again, they're profitable. The other thing is people love interaction and visuals. People love to see things. You know, when I generated $15,000 in 2 weeks, I did every Facebook Live on my whiteboard. Every single Facebook Live was on my whiteboard, and people were so addicted to that. Like, I think I did one that wasn't, and people said, hey, where's the whiteboard? People actually showed up because they loved that I was demonstrating visually on my whiteboard for them the things I was talking about. People love that type of interaction. It's attractive, it's engaging, it keeps people curious and interested. Live webinars is also a great way to give a lot of value in a really short amount of time to a lot of people at once. You invite as many people as you want. I try to aim for 100 to 200. You get as many people as you want on that webinar, and then you can teach all of them at the same time, right? And you can give a ton of value to a lot of people in a short amount of time. And we all know that's what I love, right? All right, number 3, Facebook Lives and Facebook events. These are 2 strategies also that I pretty much use all the time for everything, and I love them. So let's talk about why you should do these. First of all, when you go to Facebook, you're meeting your people where they're at. Or it might not be Facebook. I'm talking about Facebook because that's where my people are, but whatever platform you use, when I go into Facebook, my people are all there. So instead of saying, hey guys, leave Facebook, come here, come do this, instead, I just go meet them where they're at. I go do my Facebook Live there, or I go do my webinar and I live stream it over there, which is what I normally do, because my people are already there. They're in their groups, they're on social media engaging, they're trying to build up their business, they're spending their time over there. It makes sense that I go meet them there. It makes it easier and it increases the amount of show-ups. Facebook will help you promote it to more people. So I talked about this a little bit. If you have, if you're showing up and doing Facebook Lives, Facebook loves that. That's what they want to see. If you're not really doing Facebook Lives, then Facebook's not really going to support you. They want to see that you are live and engaging and people are engaging back. That's what's going to get Facebook to promote you, to tell people to come check out your stuff. So it helps you, right? Because if you're going to go live, you want to get the maximum results. Well, if Facebook is going to actually help me promote, I'll take it. I will absolutely take that. Thank you, and go for it. So that's another reason why I love to go on Facebook and do lives, because the more lives I do and the more engagement I get on those lives, the more Facebook helps get it out there. It pulls it to the top. It shows it to more people. It gets more people to show up live on my trainings. Facebook Lives are similar to webinars in the sense that they're super engaging, create know, like, and trust really, really fast. They're repurposeful, reusable, and profitable. So you could do the same thing with your Facebook Lives that you do with your webinars. You can put them in your Facebook or your blog posts. You can send them out as emails. You can repurpose these, which again, why would you not do one strategy that does multiple things for you? Now, Facebook events, these are things that I love to do. I usually get a pretty good response with this, but you have to test it for yourself, because I have had some clients that don't get as good of a response as myself and some of my other clients do. So it is different for everybody. But Facebook events allow you to invite a ton of your Facebook connections to your event, like really fast, really easy. It takes about 5 minutes to do. And then you can track the engagement, and this will increase show-ups for your lives or whatever. So I go into Facebook and I create an event for everything. My free stuff, my paid stuff, my trainings. If I'm switching Facebook groups, I let people know, hey, we're moving over here, come like us. Hey, I'm doing a live webinar, tell me if you want to join. And then anyone who engages with that event, I manually privately message them and say, hey, just wanted to remind you, I'm going live on Tuesday at this time. You said you were interested. Here's the link. I didn't want you to miss it. And I start to message. It increases the people that show up, and it kind of builds relationship, because they appreciate that I took the time to reach out to them and remind them, because they're busy. Okay, I don't assume that because they expressed interest in my event that they're just going to show up. I'm going to assume that they're going to forget about it. They're going to have other things going on, and they're not going to have time to pop it in their calendar. And if I don't remind them, they're going to forget. I always just tell myself that way I can connect with them. And they really appreciate that. So it increases all of that for me. And the other thing with Facebook is, or the events, is that when you create the event, Facebook allows you to just check off all of your connections that you're connected with on social media. You can just go in, it gives you the list, and you can check the people that you want. You can check all of them or just some of them. I usually go through and I hand pick or check off the people I want to comment or that I want to invite. And again, super fast, because if I had to manually go message or go find all those people and then message them, that would be a lot of work. I would have to hire someone to do that. So Facebook events does that for you. Again, fast and easy. All right, number 4 is yes ladder posts. This is actually where I generated my $15,000. I did this one post, just one post. It was ridiculous. Now, I do want to say, I'm going to share with you the results and what a yes ladder is and what it looks like. I want to just let you know, I've done yes ladder posts for years. I do them now. I've done them for years. I have never got results like what I got with this first one. Or not the first one, but the one I'm going to show you. I've never gotten results like that. It was insane. However, I do always get really good results from these posts. So here's what a yes ladder post is and why you should do it. It's one of my favorite ways to do outreach. So a yes ladder post is simply you put in a post on social media and you're asking people if they want to learn a certain something or if they'd be interested in a certain something. So here's the one that I did. I said, this is all I said on I think my Facebook personal profile page. I said, interested in learning how I generated $15,000 in 2 weeks with no sales page, no technology, and no hustle. Give me a hell yeah in the comments and I'll shoot you over the details. People went crazy over this. I ended up growing my email list by 2,000 new people. It was just crazy. It was absolutely, I've never seen anything like it. 2,000 new people got on my email list, and then my Facebook group grew by 900, and I filled my one-on-one coaching program, which earned me $17,500. But I filled my group program, and that's where I generated $15,000 in 2 weeks just from my group program. So people went crazy, and this was just this one post. But here's what made it so juicy. It included facts. It demonstrated possibility for other people that, hey, if I can do this, so can you, right? And it gave you the facts. It said, here's how I generated $15,000 in 2 weeks. And then I also wanted to make sure they knew how easy it was. No sales page, no technology, no hustle. Very, very high converting, super valuable. All right, number 5 is a result-driven post. So this is similar to the Yes Ladder, except that you're going to provide a case study or maybe a client testimonial. And this is where you're going to share a specific result that either you and or your client have got by doing a certain set of things or actions. Okay, so basically you're looking to see, with this type of post, you're looking to see who might be an ideal client for you based on the responses you get to the post. And then what they can do is to get the information, they need to opt into your list. But you're also really targeting the people that would be interested in the type of thing that you do or your offer. So the one I did, it was a webinar style case study, and it was where I showed my client Michelle, who was able to she was able to quit her 9-to-5. She went full-time in an online business. She was able to make her investment into my program back before the program even started. So I shared a little bit about that, and then I took any questions that people had. So I engaged with people, and I was able to see the people that liked, commented on the post or shared. And then I visited those profiles of those people to see if any of those folks might be an ideal client or someone that I could help. So I check them out a little bit first, do a little bit of stalking. If they were, like if I thought, oh, wow, I could help that person, that they could be a potential client, I private messaged them. And I said something like this. I said, hey, Jane, I wanted to personally reach out to you and thank you for joining my webinar today and learning about the amazing success of my client, Michelle. I hope you enjoyed it. I ventured over to your Facebook page to do a little stalking, haha. So I add a little humor in there. And I noticed that we're in a lot of the same groups and have quite a few connections in common. I'm actually surprised we haven't connected before now. Anyway, I'd love to get to know more about you. Would you be up for a chat? Let's say next week. So I didn't say, when would you like to talk? I said, hey, would you be up for a chat next week? So I put it out there, assuming she's going to say, yes, let's book that call. Okay, number 6 is collaborations. Hands down, I talked about this in the beginning, having these collaborations and connecting with people that are beyond where you are, that are further than you, that can help you. These are definitely hands down, they're not super fast strategies in terms of money, but they are massive list builders, okay? They're things like interviews, telesummits, giveaways, features, guest blogging, article submission, Facebook group Q&A with other other leaders, sponsorships, partnerships. Any of these things are collaborations, and they are major for your business, okay? Here's why you should be doing collaborations. It gets you in front of people that you wouldn't have otherwise got in front of, or it would have taken a long time, maybe money and energy, right? So by connecting with people that have a target market that is your target market, you are putting yourself in front of all of those people that you probably would have had to pay for through Facebook ads, or it would have taken a long time through a freebie. It would have been your manual time going and making those connections. Instead, you have this thought leader that people already look up to, and you have this person that's validating that you're worthy, and they're putting you in front of their people. That's how much they support you. That tells all those people right away that, you know what, you are, you're great at what you do, you're trustworthy. It builds no like and trust right away, because basically that other person is validating you. They're basically saying, hey, check this person out. I look at them as a great person in the industry. So that gives you instant credibility. The other thing with this too is you want to make sure that you're doing collaborations with people that complement what you do, not compete with what you do. I always tell my clients, and I do this myself, I want to make sure that these people complement what I do and vice versa. We don't want to be competitors. The other thing with collaborations, it builds instant credibility. I just explained that. It also grows your list way faster than almost any other strategy. I mean, you could do Facebook ads, but you got to pay for that, right? You got to take time to tweak them and test them and get them where you want them to go. But collaborations is instant. I mean, you agree to do something with another person and boom, you do it, you grow your list. You grow your community, you build credibility. Your position as an authority in the industry. It connects, creates know, like, and trust right away. It's usually free. I say usually because I typically pay I typically have to pay, a couple or a few $100s to join some of the giveaways that I participate in, but that's because they're with like millionaires. They're with people that, you get on their giveaway. They've done them successfully for so many years that they can guarantee you're going to get some results. They can guarantee you'll get from, this amount of people to this amount of people on your list for sure, at a minimum, so they can guarantee that. So they charge for that because they're putting it all together. They're hosting it. It's a lot of work. So usually it's free unless you get with someone who's extremely high in the industry, very successful, and they've done it so many times that they're basically saying you will definitely get a minimum of this amount of people on your email list by participating in this, right? So usually it's free. Most of mine are, but there's a couple of people that are pretty successful in the industry. Once a year, I participate in their giveaways and their telesummits, and I got to pay a couple $100 for it. It's so hands down worth it. I get thousands on my list. It's a no-brainer. Collaborations also create opportunity for more collaboration. So it's like a domino effect. Every time I participate with one thought leader or expert in the industry, all the other people that participated come to me and want to have me come join their stuff, or want to interview me, or want to connect with me, and vice versa. And so by doing that one thing, it creates multiple things and multiple opportunities with multiple people. And again, I love that, right? So you can later sell. So later you can activate the people that come onto your list as buyers, but you have to first get them on your list, and then you have to put them through that nurture sequence, that activation sequence first, and then you can start to sell to them. You don't want to get them on your list and start selling right away. Also, it grows your Facebook group community, because when someone opts into your list, one of the first things that should be in your very first email is, don't forget to come join the community, the Facebook group. That's one of the first things. That's in my very first emails. Hey, don't forget to come join the Facebook group community if you haven't already. And then every email after does that same thing. Everyone in my Facebook group gets invited to my email list, and everyone in my email list gets invited to my Facebook group. This way, no matter where I show up, people are seeing me multiple times, or they're seeing me wherever they're at the time. Number 7 is blog posts and customized sidebars. Super, super cool. Now, if you don't do blog posts, you don't really need to worry about this. But I do, because I love to write. And like I told you before, I do a lot of Facebook Live webinars, like what I'm doing here, except I stream them over in Facebook. And when I'm doing that, I want to repurpose them later, so I put them as my blogs. And what I do is I only have to do a little blurb inside my blog, and then I usually do my video, or I add my webinar or whatever. So I don't have to write a whole lot, which makes my posts get more engagement. People enjoy my blog posts more because there's not a ton to read. People get tired of reading a bunch of stuff. And so now I just do blog posts and customized sidebars. And this allows me to maximize the efforts from my blog posts. So in the beginning of my business, I didn't really get any results from my blog posts. People would read them and maybe comment a little bit, but I didn't get a lot of results from them. Now that I have changed them a little bit, I get bigger results. And here's why you should do them, and then I'll show you a little snapshot of behind the scenes of what this looks like. But you should do blogs and sidebars because it drives traffic to your website, which in return, they usually opt in for something or another. And I'll show you how that works in a minute. It's going to rank you higher in Google because Google likes to see that traffic is hitting up your website. They like to see that you have content on your pages and that people are engaging and there's traffic coming to your site. That's going to rank you higher in Google when people are searching for something, or they're looking for something that maybe it's what you do. It's going to be more likely that you'll show up somewhere there. It gives people more than one way to consume your information. And this is so, so important because not everybody likes to read an ebook. Not everybody likes to sit and watch a webinar. Not everybody likes to read a blog post. Some people might like a quick checklist. Some people might like an audio so that they can take it with them wherever they're going and listen to it while they're doing whatever they're doing. you have to always remember that people consume information in different ways. The more you repurpose your stuff and create, if you're going to do a blog post, turn that blog post into a Facebook Live, a webinar, a free download, a checklist, a cheat sheet. Turn it into social media posts. Like, repurpose everything so people have more than one way to consume your information. I also take I take nuggets out of every single piece of content I do, every single piece, and my team puts them on little memes. So we have visuals, and they're just tips that go out in our posts, in our groups. People love that stuff. It also increases the chance of opt-ins and people seeing your stuff. And again, just like all the other things, you can repurpose them into your Facebook Lives, your webinars, your free and your paid trainings, your audios, your texts for other groups, and all the posts on your own social media platforms. So all of this is going to increase your chance for higher conversions. So this is just a snapshot, an image of my blog post or my blog page. When you go to selllikearebel.com/blog, this, right now this is the featured blog post, but depending on when you go there, it could be a different blog. But you're going to see the same thing every time. You're going to see the title of my blog, the image of my blog with the title again inside it. Below it, you're going to see a little snippet. So just a little blurb about the blog post, right? And then you have to click to read the whole blog. And then you're going to, on the right side, see that customized sidebar? That is a customized sidebar. That is where I have taken a promotion or an opt-in, a download or an offer or whatever, and I popped it over into the sidebar of my blog so that when people land on my blog, they see all my blogs, but they also see this thing over here on the side, right? That they can either opt into, they can download, or they can join, or they can jump on the wait list, or they can join the program or go to the sales page, whatever I'm promoting on that side. And it's usually different things all the time. Sometimes it's free, sometimes it's paid, sometimes it's for a webinar or a video, sometimes it's a download, sometimes it's hop on the wait list, sometimes it's, hey, come check out the sales program. It could be a book a call with me, whatever. But there's always a call to action on the right sidebar. Now, this is inside the blog post. So you come here, you click on 7 things I do to get into massive momentum. You click on that like you want to read the blog post, and now you're going to come into the blog post. Now you'll see you're inside the blog post, and you'll see over to the right side, there's a different image. This page here is my main blog page. So the sidebar is the main thing, right? It's whatever I'm probably always promoting or whatever. It's whatever. But inside the blog is it's a call to action that is relevant to that particular blog. So the cool thing is, when you go to my blog, you'll see the sidebar, and that's going to be what the sidebar is, okay? However, when you click on each different blog post, you're going to see over to the sidebar that there's a different opt-in for each blog post. It's customized. And the way that I have it set up is the sidebar is going to present an opt-in or a call to action that is relevant to the title of my blog post. Super cool, right? This increases my opt-ins because this particular blog post that I'm showing you is about momentum. It's about how to get into momentum and then stay there. It's about how to create momentum in your business. It's sharing 7 things that I do to make sure that happens in my business. Over to the right, that customized opt-in, that call to action, is telling you that my momentum mastermind is open, right? It's relevant to my blog post. So it's telling you, if you're reading the blog post, then you're obviously interested in finding ways to get into momentum and get focused and get results, right? Or you wouldn't be reading that blog post. So over to the right, I'm showing you the solution, which is my momentum mastermind, where you can get into momentum and I will help you. I will hold your hand and guide you through how to do that, right? So they click on that, and that's going to take them to my momentum sales page. Pretty cool, right? Very cool. So tell me, did you learn simple strategies to grow your email list for free and then activate them as buyers? Go ahead and tell me in the comments. I'm already seeing a bunch of you saying, yeah, yes. Yeah, so you guys are just, okay, I'll come to those in a minute, but everybody's kind of just throwing in yeses. This is awesome. This was totally amazing. What's momentum? Okay, momentum, I'll tell you what momentum is here in a second, okay? Awesome. So all of the strategies that I taught you here in this program, in this free training, are things that I can help you do inside of my Momentum Mastermind, okay? If you have questions, go ahead and pop them inside the chat box, but I want to invite you to join us inside Momentum. I'm going to minimize my screen here for a minute, and I'm going to bring you over to my Momentum Mastermind because I want to invite you into this opportunity. Momentum is one of the things that's like a non-negotiable. If you are not in momentum, then you are sidetracked. You are overwhelmed. You are burnt out. You are complicating things. You're scattered. You're all over the place. You don't know what to focus on day in and day out in your business. You don't even know what things will get you the results you want. And I hate seeing that because I know it's not that complicated. People have taught you wrong. You've learned the wrong things, or you've consumed so much information that you just don't know what to do with it all, and you've made this really hard for yourself. But I don't want it to be like that because I know that it's not. It doesn't need to be. I know if it is for you, that's very real, but it doesn't have to be that way. So inside the Momentum Mastermind, it's all about getting you into steady, consistent momentum where you're taking inspired action and having fun in your business, and you're taking action on things that come inspired. They come with excitement. They come in alignment with flow. They feel really good. You're excited about it. Your offers, your price points, and the way you're showing up in your business. You're not doing things you don't want to do, that you have resistance to, that don't feel good, because that creates lack. That makes you not do the things you need to do. It makes you show up with resentment, and you don't want to do things, and you have resistance, and you can't be in momentum when you're like that. Okay, so the whole goal is to get you earning way more money faster and easier. Hands down, I'm going to share with you proven marketing strategies. All of the things I just showed you, we're going to do in Momentum, but a ton more. I'm going to share with you specifically that in just a second, but I just want you to understand that Momentum is about getting you consistent clients and cash flow month after month after month with rents, repeatable things, strategies you can do over and over and over again. You're not going to come in and learn a ton of information. This is not an informational program. It is a result-based program. You're going to come in, you're going to take specific actions that you can do over and over and over again. So these are things you could do long after this program ends. So Momentum Mastermind is 6 months long. Okay, you can come here and see all the things you're going to learn. Making money on repeat, automated. We're going to be automating passive income in your business. We're going to create that 6-figure plus course or program. We're going to fill up your one-on-one program or your service, whatever services or programs or offers that you have, packages. We're going to grow your list in your community by hundreds, if not more, of people ready to buy. You're going to learn all of my strategies and my systems for sales, becoming masterful at sales, so you can sell with confidence without being pitchy or salesy. We're going to create sellable offers, so offers that practically do the selling for you. We're going to learn cash injections. You're going to massively increase your income. You're going to be positioned as a go-to expert in your particular niche. We're going to get you really visible. So much more, so much more. So here's the finer details. The program officially starts January, right after the holidays. But right now in the program, we're doing cash injections, and we are mapping out offers, and we are getting niche clarity if you don't have that. And we are also getting ready to do our 2018 annual planning. So this is where we're going to basically look at your 2018. We're going to map out all your offers, all your price points, all your deliverables. We're going to talk about and map out what ways do you want to be showing up in your business that would be really fun for you, that would be inspired, that you wouldn't be resistant to doing. And then what are the topics of all of those? Like, we're basically mapping out your whole year. When you come back from the holidays, launching right away. You will already be in action mode, making money, getting results, showing up before anybody else. Everyone else is going to come back from the holidays broke, exhausted, stressed out about money, and running around, scrambling through their business, trying to figure out what they're going to offer. You're already going to be ahead of the game. So that's what we're going to be doing in the program right away. You also get one-on-one Voxer access to me. So that's private one-on-one. We can do whatever you want on those on Voxer. It can be questions that come up. It can be troubleshooting. We can work on things and strategize and brainstorm whatever you're working on now. We can talk about things inside the program. You use it however you'd like, and it's unlimited access to me. So this program is a mix of one-on-one support and then the group stuff. Okay, so you get the best of both worlds for 6 months. Also, you get daily hands-on support and accountability from me inside the Facebook group and through Voxer. Anyone who's ever worked with me knows I over-deliver. I give you everything that you need, only what you need and not what you don't. And I'm very hands-on. I'm very available. Most coaches in the industry are not doing that. They are automating everything. I kind of do it different. So all right. Okay. So here's what you're going to get. I just want to go through. You're going to get niche clarity if you need it. We're going to do your Rebel Profit Plan. That's your 2018. We're going to map all of that out. We're going to create your sellable offers, okay, so that you can practically have those do the selling for you, increase your conversions on your sales calls with these. I'm doing 100% close rate right now for about 8 months. I close 100% of my sales calls. My clients are doing anywhere from 50 to 65, 70%, somewhere around there, which is way better than where they were. And those are just improving. We're going to map out your schedule so you get really focused and so that you know what you're doing every single day in your business. We're going to focus on client get-in strategies. We're going to do a big list build. We're going to be using all of the things I just taught you inside your business. We're going to set you up with other thought leaders. We're going to get you doing your own giveaway or telesummit or participating in others, and we're going to do a really big list build for you. I'm going to do a whole training around how to do that. I'm going to show you how to do a Rebel launch, which is an anti-launch. So we're not going to do a drawn-out launch for 3 or 4 months that everybody's sick of. We're going to do more launches, but smaller launches, okay? So that you're creating consistent income around the block, around the clock, and you're not trying to put all of your eggs in one basket, meaning if you want to make $10,000 or $20,000, you want multiple ways of doing that, right? You want to look at multiple ways that you can bring in all that money, not just one way. We're also going to be doing a lot of automation, okay? Funnels, sales, things like that in this program. Bonuses, we're going to do cash injection, Rebel mindset session. Cash injections are happening right now. I'm going to be releasing in 2018 a brand new Facebook group training that I've never released. It's not even created. You guys will be the first to get it for free. Everybody else has to pay for it. It's going to be all around building your Facebook group, engaging your Facebook group, making money with your Facebook group, all of it. You're also going to get my conversational close, which is my entire sales system. It's how I close maximum amount of sales effortlessly. It's how I overcome every objection. I know what questions to ask and when to ask them. I know when to shut up and listen. I know how to open up the call. I know how to close it. You're going to learn all of that. I'm also going to share with you my Rebel follow-up. So how I relentlessly follow up and I increase my income by 80% by doing this every week. I'm going to give you that whole system and all the templates. You're going to get all my templates for all of this stuff. There's daily Facebook group support. You get one-on-one Voxer access. And in the portal, you'll get access to a ton of different trainings in the portal. You'll get some right away, and then others will happen as we go through the program and as you guys request it, which is another great thing about this program is it's very customized, and this is not a cookie cutter. If you come to me and there's something you need, I will either release it to you in the portal or I'll go create it and then release it to you. But whatever you need, you're going to get inside this portal so you get the max results for the first half of 2018. So instead of struggling and winging it and hoping and flopping around like a fish out of water and working really hard and struggling like you have all 2017, we're going to take things to a new level. I'm going to show you how to do this the Rebel way, and you're going to actually finally get results that you want. So right now, if you're on the sales page, you're going to see that the program for the whole 6 months is $2,000, or you could do 6 payments of $417. However, for this week only, I'm actually taking $500 off the program, okay? This is a pre-holiday special. It's a pre-holiday special that we're doing right now. And what that looks like is you can basically get into the program for either a pay in full of $1,500, or you could do 6 payments of $250. You will not find a hands-on one-on-one coach that's going to give you one-on-one group program, all of these bonuses, all of this hands-on personalized support for 6 months for $250 a month. Now, this offer is going to be gone. Today is, right now, it is Thursday. So Friday at the end of the day, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday, tomorrow, so November 17th, this price goes back to what you see here on this page. It's going to be $2,000 or 6 payments of $417, okay? But from right now until Friday, November 17th at 9 p.m. Eastern, you can get in for $500 off, and you can do 6 payments of $250. That's phenomenal for what you're getting here. Not to forget that we're going to, as soon as you get in, I'm going to release my cash injection training to you, so you can go off and make your investment, or at least some, if not all of it, back right away. We're also going to be doing your 2018 planning coming up in just a couple of weeks. And you're going to get instant one-on-one Voxer access to me, so we can start working on whatever you got going on, and I can support you right away. So that doesn't have to wait till January. And you get into the Facebook group. We got women in there already creating, connecting with each other, and they have buddy partners. They're having weekly Voxer calls together. They're supporting and inspiring each other, getting each other pumped up and excited. It's an amazing community. And there's only 25 people that are coming into this program this time around, because I want to keep it intimate so I can support everybody. So we have about, I think, 6 spots left. So one of those is for you if this sounds like this is what you need. Like, this is the break you need. If money's the problem, don't stress. Get your first payment in, and then don't worry about it, because we're going to do cash injections. Okay, and that is something I've been doing for 7 years now, and my clients are doing them, making a shit ton of money really fast and easy. It's all of my video trainings, all of my templates. I mean, it's swipe copy. You don't even have to really do anything. Just send this stuff out. Watch the trainings and send them out. And I'm going to help you through Voxer and in the group to customize it for you anyway. So, I mean, you come in, you're going to make some, if not all of your money back before the program even begins. Just get that first payment in. Don't worry about everything else. And we'll help you and support you in the program. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today. The website for Momentum, if you want to get in with us, is selllikearebel.com/momentum. However, remember, on the sales page right now for this special of $500 off, it is not on the sales page. So what you have to do, depending on how you watch this training, you need to go back to the email where you got this replay, and you need to reply to that email and let me know you're interested in the $500 off with all of the bonuses. And then if you're watching this on Facebook, you need to private message me on Facebook, or you can tag me, post and tag me. But definitely let me know, hit reply to the email that this video is in. Let me know if you're interested in that, because the spaces are limited. And as of the 17th, Friday, November 17th, tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the $500 is null and void, and it goes back up, okay? So now's the time. For $250 a month, you can get 6 months of private and group coaching, hands-on support and accountability. You're going to learn strategies. The cash injections alone, I sell for $997 alone. You're going to get that entire training. That's just one bonus, okay? And that is a program that you can use over and over for the rest of your business, okay? So it's a strategy that will make you money years to come. That's just one piece, okay? So get in the program. Come get one-on-one Voxer. Let's get on Voxer and start working together. Let's get in the group, get you a buddy partner, start working together. Let's get those cash injections going just in time for the holidays around the corner. Get some cash flow coming in for you so that we can focus on all of these other amazing things that we're going to do together. And of course, we're going to get you into steady, consistent, inspired momentum. So I hope to see you all on the other side.